Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. Thank you so much for listening to my videos, for watching, for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. I've kind of changed up my setup a little bit, so I'm standing while I'm talking, which means that I can be like, ah! I love that. I can put more energy into these videos because I feel a lot of it, and I feel like when I'm sitting, I just can't express myself enough. Well, I think that's one of those INFJ things, right? Anyways, in this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about how, as INFJs, we a lot of times need like 6 to 7 hours of psyching up in order to go to an event. So it's a very typical thing where like someone will tell us, an extroverted friend of ours who's kind of found us and adopted us as their friend because otherwise we would have no friends. Literally, I think that's the only reason I have friends is because all these extroverted people have found me and they said, she looks like a nice person. She looks fun. Let's adopt her. Let's make her our friend. Once they realize that I'm an introvert, they're like, okay, cool. So she's an introvert. So we really have to pull her out of her zone and pull her and make her do things. So then they realize, okay, little by little, she can come out and play with us. But so then they'll message me like at 10 a.m. in the morning because they know they have to give me enough notice. Sometimes days and days of notice, but sometimes just the morning of. And they'll message me and say, okay, so Shikha, you know that there's a party tonight, yeah? And it's at my place, and I'm inviting you, and I'm telling you right now, so you can come at night. It's at 8 p.m., you have enough time to prepare for it, now go forth and do it, kind of thing, right? They basically don't say all of those words, that's how I hear it in my head. And so I'm thinking to myself, okay, alright, cool, so Brittany's invited me, I love her to death, I really want to hang out with her, I haven't seen her in ages, I've been hiding in my cave, maybe I should do this. Okay, so then the next 6 or 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever it might be, the rest of the day, besides eating and doing the rest of the things that we need to do as human beings, working, eating, blah blah blah, the rest of my time in my head is spent thinking about that outing, that social event that I have to go to. Okay, so I have to go to the social event. I think I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I'm strong. I can make it. It's just people. People aren't scary. Like, I have enough energy. I can do this if I spend the rest of the day by myself and I just take care of myself. I can go to this event. I mean, who else is going to this event? And I'll go check the event page and I'll see, okay, so these are the kind of people coming. Well, I really don't like them that much. Maybe I shouldn't go. Maybe what's the point? I mean, I'm fine by myself. I really don't have to go to these events. I love my life. I can be alone. I don't really need friends. It's okay if Brittany is not friends with me anymore, la la la, right? This is the kind of crap that goes into my head for the rest of the day. So back and forth, back and forth. Yes, maybe I should go. It should be a good idea. I'm a social person. I need to go and hang out with people. And then going to the other side where I'm like, I hate people. Why am I bothering with this? I don't like people. I don't want to go to this event. Why am I forcing myself to go to an event that I don't want to go to? Why is Brittany messaging me and telling me all these things? I don't really want to go to these events. I hate extroverted people, and all the people at this event are extroverted. They're so pumped up and so full of energy. I don't have the energy to deal with them. So the whole day, the rest of the day, if you know an INFJ or you know an introverted person in general, you will know that they go through these permutations and combinations in their head. They're going through their head and thinking, okay, so should I do this or should I do that? Should I go or should I not go? Am I the kind of person who would even be useful at this event? Like, can I contribute to this event at all? I mean, will I be able to have good conversations? Is there anyone at this event who's going to have a really deep conversation with me? And then we go through the friends list again and we kind of check up on it every few hours to see who else is coming. And if there's someone that, we can kind of latch on to, someone that we really want to hang out with, someone that we haven't seen in a while, that we'd have a good conversation with. And so we kind of go through this the entire day. And so it's really exhausting and so funny that a lot of times by the time the event actually comes forth and I'm actually sitting there at the event, I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I am exhausted. I spend the whole day thinking to myself and psyching myself up and going back and forth and torturing myself. So by the time the event comes down to it, maybe 8 hours later, maybe 12 hours later, whatever the timing might be, I'm sitting there surrounded by extroverted people who are yelling and being rowdy and doing their thing, which extroverted people do, and I'm thinking to myself, whoa, oh God, I'm so exhausted because I've spent so much of my mental energy going back and forth, and so I'll spend a few minutes there, and then I'll escape, and I'll just be like, oh my God, I can't do this, I need to leave, and I'll leave. Now, this doesn't happen every single time. Sometimes I know the event that I'm going to, and it's a very small event, one-on-one perhaps, or 1-on-3 or 1-on-2. So it's very tiny events, it's like a dinner or like really really quick brunch or whatever it might be, right? So it's very easy. I know the people that are involved. I know I can have deep conversations with them. They're really really good friends of mine, and I know that I can tell them whatever I want. I don't have to change myself. I don't have to hide myself. I don't have to put on a mask. I can be whoever I want to be. I can have the conversations that I'm so desperate to have with these people. And I know that I can do all that stuff. So for those events, I don't have to psych myself up that much. I don't have to spend that much time thinking about it. I don't have to do this and that. I don't have to focus on it. I don't have to, kill myself over it. So by the time I get to those events, I'm not so tired, right? I'm not so exhausted. I'm not like, I haven't given myself up to the event. I am fine. I can go to the event without feeling exhausted. So it goes back and forth between these two kinds of events. Now, the reason I mention this, the reason I'm doing this video is because if you do this to yourself, if you psych yourself up, if you take so much time to psych yourself up, but you know that just the process of psyching yourself up exhausts you, right? It's tiring. I've done a couple of things for myself that have changed the way I do things, so I can go to these events without feeling exhausted, completely exhausted. One of those things is that I've started taking a nap after all of my psyching up. So in between my psyching up and between the event, I started taking a very short napitation, as they call it. I'm meditating while napping. So, I'm relaxing myself, I'm relaxing my mind, I'm relaxing my body, relaxing my spirit, I'm charging myself up. I'm just rejuvenating myself with this meditation effort. And so coming back to center. And then after this napitation, I feel much better, I feel rejuvenated, and then I can go into the event without feeling crazy in the head, without wanting to kill myself or wanting to kill someone around me or wanting to go back home, right? And really, the point is that if you're going to psych yourself up, if you're going to put so much effort into psyching yourself up, if you're going to put so much effort into putting yourself forward into this event, and you're going to put so much effort into your head and your body and your mind, then it's a good idea that you actually end up at the event. It's such a horrible waste of your energy if you psych yourself up so much, at the end of it, you don't even end up at the event, and you just go there for a few seconds. I mean, that's a big waste of our time, guys. Like, we don't have that much time to waste on this crap, right? So I prefer that if I'm going to psych myself up to go out to an extroverted event or a social event of any kind, that I actually end up at it and I actually spend a few hours there, because social events are really important for INFJs. Yes, we hate them. Yes, we don't like being around people. Yes, we are exhausted by them. But because we are also social beings, we are human beings, we are not robots, we are bad robots, but we're not really robots. We need people around us. We need the social interaction. It actually enhances our quality of life. It makes us a better INFJ. But of course, it has to be the right kind of interactions, right? It can't just be all those interactions that tire us out during the day, right? So what I'm mentioning to you guys is, of course, if you're going to psych yourself up, please go to the event. It's really important for you, for INFJs in general, to have social interactions in their life. It's really, really important for us to feel balanced. A lot of times, I know for myself, when I spend way too much time on my own, way too much time not socializing, way too much time just being by myself, I know that I feel tired. I feel like I'm missing something. As soon as I hang out with people that I really care about, that really enhance me, that make me feel better, I know that I can go back to being alone for a long period of time after again, because I was able to do that social interaction, because I was able to spend time with that person, because I was able to be in that environment where I had a little bit of social interaction. I filled myself up with that social interaction, and then I can go back to being alone and, on my own for a few days, a few hours, whatever it might be for you, and then go back to being social again, right? So we need to have that pendulum. We need to go back and forth between the two. We can't always be spending all of our time alone. It's actually really, really bad for us. It makes us really, really depressive. It gets us way too much in our heads and not enough outside in the world. And we spend way too much time overthinking, overanalyzing it, and just being in our head, which is not a really good space for us. It's good for us to go back and forth between the two, because we love being in our heads. That's great. But it's also really, really good, and it's really conducive to you to go back and forth. So be in your head as much as possible, and then go and spend time with normal human beings, with other people around in nature or at a coffee shop or whatever it might be, and then go back to being in your head again. So go back and forth between the two, because it's very helpful to us to be balanced. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope that I was able to explain myself to you guys. I hope you like the new setup. I am so excited that I get to do this, standing up. I feel like I can pump more energy into these videos. I love doing these videos. I'm so excited that you guys like them. And if you guys have any feedback or if you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know. I'm here to listen. All right? Bye for now.